All right.
Capt Dan here on the approach to Ladies Harbor, sometimes called Ladies and Babies, sometimes called Ladies and Little Ladies. We're about 2/3 of the way between Point Diablo and the Arch Rock on the north side of the island. Ladies can be a little bit difficult to find. Coming from Diablo Point, you just cruise down the island along this high cliff face, and the next indent is Ladies. That still makes it kind of tough. You need to be able to see the Arch Rock as well, just beyond it. We'll swing around here and take a look at the actual terrain. There's Diablo Point, quick freeze action. Panning around towards the west. And looking for the first inlet. Not that one, the next real inlet, and that's Ladies. Not real obvious, unless you're going straight at it. We're going to take a look at the chart here in a quick second to get us a better view. So there's the anchorage, and off to the west there is Arch Rock and a 45-foot rock that stands out right next to it. I'm going to show you the picture here in a second. And there it is. The rock stands out better than the arch, but the two of them together help you really get a fix on this place. If you're coming in from offshore, GPS is really handy here. Ladies is very difficult to find. We're right at the entrance, and you can see the beach pretty easily. Normally, it takes a pass or two before you find this. There's room for one, maybe two boats in Ladies, and no sailboat should attempt Little Ladies. Well, here's a view from Google Earth. Little Ladies on the left, clearly very shallow, very narrow, and a more inviting beach on the right. We're going to head in there in a second and scope this out. We'll need two anchors, a bow and a stern. Okay, we're going to head on in there and take a look. I'll show you how I would anchor if I were going to stay the night. Little Ladies is oriented into the westerly winds and the swell. It can be a real washing machine. Today it's beautiful. I wouldn't take anything other than my dinghy in there. Ladies proper, however, is a nice spot, although it's considered by most a fair weather anchorage. We're going to go right into the beach, do the same thing we did at Diablo, if you watch that one. Back in, drop our hook at something on the order of 15 feet, and pay out most of our stern rode, and drop the bow hook and settle up in between them. We had a bad night in here once. We didn't put out enough rode or tie it tight enough, and ended up very close to the rocks on a rainy night. So be very cautious. It looks small, but use all the room you've got. That looks so inviting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's still 80 feet of water. We're at the mouth of the anchorage now, and we're still in 40 feet of water. So you have to get in here pretty close before you can drop any sort of hook. We're going to favor the western wall, just as we usually do. Okay. I'm going to come in on a downwind side, that is to say the east side, so I can make the turn upwind. Shoot my way in.
Yep.
On Wiley, a 36-foot Catalina, I take it right into the anchorage. On Sancerre, I turn it around outside, maybe 100 yards farther to sea than this. Okay, going in reverse, or back her in. So this is 20 feet of water right here. We're going to back it up a little bit farther. It's 20 feet under the keel. Again, it's high tide, so we don't want to run this thing all the way to the beach. We got about a 3-foot tidal range today.
It's a sea lion right there. What is that?
Oh yeah, oh, that's a harbor seal. Baby harbor seal. I'm going to come forward a little bit, and I would drop my hook right about here, with this, adjacent to this stream bed that comes down on the drying area. We drop our stern hook and start paying out the rode, going all the way forward nearly to the point. Okay, we'll keep easing forward here. There's the point we're talking about. And we'll be dropping our bow hook up on the, favoring the western side, so we're on the upwind side of the anchorage, just inside of the point. In fact, you could drop it at the point or beyond if you wanted more scope. Okay, we're right in position to drop our bow hook. We've got about 25 feet under the keel. So with the 7-1 road, we're going to have to pay out a bit of bow road, pull ourselves back. It's a gorgeous day in here. Nice beach. If you want to go ashore, you need a permit from the Nature Conservancy. Ladies is a sweet anchorage, a favorite of Santa Barbara sailors. If you want to use it in the summertime, you got to get there early. Ladies has no obstructions that are not on the chart, and at this point in time, we're talking 2015, there's not much kelp to contend with. It's a pretty place, particularly in the spring when the giant coreopsis start coming out. Remember that it's a very, very narrow anchorage, and that it is possible for you to have some bad weather in the spring, not by Midwest standards, just a little bit of rain. So make sure you've got a plan to get out of the anchorage if things turn foul and the wind starts pushing it towards the rocks. Rain is not impossible. And rain and a dark night make it very difficult to get out of this anchorage unless you know what you're doing. Well, if you've got any questions about sailing to Ladies Anchorage or any questions about sailing the Channel Islands in general, take a look at our website at sailchannelislands.com or call me, Captain Dan, at 805-750-7828. See you on the water.